Yo, what's goody? I just found something out. So I'm flipping on YouTube, flipping on YouTube, searching up more information about the Sony CX 405 camcorder. So one of the tips and tricks I learned is this wide angle lens, you can use a little bit of hypoxy or a little bit of Gorilla Glue to kind of stick it on because this doesn't come um, the Sony camcorder, the CX5, it does not come with a thread for you to thread in um, an external, lens, wide angle lens or whatever type, you're trying to add. It don't come with that thread. It also does not come with a hot shoe mount. And they also showed you can put a little hypoxy or a little Gorilla Glue by an external individual shoe mount and kind of like place it on here and just let it stay overnight. But I'm not gonna do that because ain't no ports on here for me to stick any external microphone. Well, I could have probably did it for a light anyway. So I stuck this wide angle lens on here with a little bit of Gorilla Glue. I ain't go too crazy. As y'all can see, there's a little bit of Gorilla Glue right here. Just a little bit. But it's now holding. It looks a whole lot more. Unplug this. It looks a whole lot more better, right? It looks a lot better. It looks a lot better. It looks a little bit more professional, right? Looks a little bit more. Okay, this guy know what he's doing. But I just took this out. And they also said there's a secret battery compartment that is in here. So they say this plastic thing is in the way, right? They said this plastic thing is in the way. You open up the back, you're going to see the battery, and then you're going to see this plastic thing right here showing you where the battery go, right? Okay. This plastic thing can come out. And this is a slot for another battery. So they said on YouTube um that when you take this out, this is just another slot just for you to store another battery. You can store another battery, and then when your main battery goes dead, then you could just open up the back, and it'll be a lot easier to swap out batteries. Take the dead battery out and put it in that storage, and then that storage pocket, and then take the extra battery that's fully charged and put it in, the main port, turn it back up, reset your settings. Hopefully you didn't lose them, and then start recording. You got some additional time, to record. Because my main problem was I already ordered an extra battery. So, for those who don't know, this is the battery that comes with the Sony CX 405 and probably other models as well. It's a Sony Lithium NP-BX1, right? X. See, my phone camera is having problems focusing. But the focus on the CX 405, the focus on this camera is beautiful. When you set it to the right shutter speed and the right white balance and the right ISO, like when you set it up, bro, honestly, focus is on auto. I didn't set it to no particular setting. It's on auto. And I've been testing this thing out, and it focuses, yo, it's beautiful. All right, the zoom is incredible. You know what I'm saying? So what they said on YouTube, they were saying that you take this out and then there'll be a storage area for your extra battery, right? What I found out just now, oops, wrong way. What I found out just now is that this particular model, y'all see, trying to get better lighting. This particular model, I don't know why this thing don't wanna. So with this, I find this so cool. All right, because this piece came out of this part, right? Right? So your main battery is here, right? So what you do is this blue little tab, you push this blue little tab to release your main battery, which would be this. This is what it came with, which I don't understand. The one I got last time, a couple of years ago, it came with 2 batteries, but this only came with 1. That's weird, right? So what's cool is you can, once you take your battery out, you take a small little knife and stick it in here and then just pop it, and then kind of hard to do with 2 hands, but take a little knife, you pop it. Once you use the knife to pop it up, then you just pull it up, push it to the side, and then look. Now you got the slot for your main battery, and now you got the other slot for your spare battery, a little slot, storage slot for your spare battery. So once your main battery goes dead, you push this, you open this up, right? Because it's right here. You open it up, you push this blue tab to release your main battery that's dead. You take it out, you pull out your spare battery, you put your spare battery in this main port, and then you can put your main battery that's dead, put it back in this slot, close it up, turn it on, and continue recording. So with this, I have something special planned with this mount. I'm going to attempt and try to fuse this with the stabilizer that I have. So this is the stabilizer. All right, open it up. Open it up. So this top part is where you hold and use it to stabilize your shots and whatever. Down here, you connect that mount right there, as you can see. I'm sorry, your camera. You connect your camera right here to this little piece. But what I'm trying to do is this little piece right here that you screw. Here it is here. I'm going to attempt to see if I can fuse this with this. So that way I can put this and the camera on the tripod. I can put it on a tripod and it can be could be kind of like this. Not like that. I don't know where my GoPro is. So I want it to be like this on the tripod. So that way, when I'm ready to use the stabilizer, I can just open up the latch for the tripod and pull that out. And instead of putting the stabilizer, taking the camera off that mount and then threading it into the stabilizer, instead of doing all of that, I want all that to be one. So I could just slide all this piece, making all this one piece, except for the camera. But whatever, this mount, this right here, and then the stabilizer, I want it to be one. So I can thread that part in to the stabilizer. I know it don't sound like I'm making any sense right now, but if I'm successful, hopefully I am, then it'll make sense, if I'm successful doing this, because my goal is to have that mount fuse with this. So that way, because right now there's no way for me to put this on a tripod. There's no way for me to put this on a tripod. Okay? Well, none that I know of. If y'all know a way for me to put this on a tripod, then, comment down below. Let me know. But as of right now, I do not know a way. So I'm going to fuse that little thing on the bottom. It comes out, it pops out from the bottom. I'm going to fuse that with this little shoot thing right here. I'm going to fuse those together. And of course, I'm going to have that screw facing the top. So I can screw the camera into that. Have this little shoe thing underneath, mounted. Don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but mounted. And then I can just, boom, mount it onto the tripod. And then when I'm done, or when I need to, take it off the tripod and use it as a stabilizer now, I could just open up the tripod latch, pull it out, and everything is still connected in one, and then I could just use it to do my shots. But yeah, I just thought I should share that with y'all about the Sony CX 405 and the little trick that I learned about this wide angle lens. How you can use either epoxy, or you can use Gorilla Glue, but don't OD with it, just a little bit. Just a little tiny, just put a little bit around the ring part of the lens. Just put a little bit around the ring, and then put it over that. Make sure, because this comes with a manual um, lens, like cover for the lens. It closes, open and close. You manually open and close it. So when you put a little bit of Gorilla Glue around the ring, make sure the lens is closed. Put it up like this and let it stay like that overnight. Alright. So hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And until next time, I'll holla. So I took that piece. It's the stabilizer. And I took that little piece that have that little thread thing on it. I took that off the stabilizer. And I took the little shoe mount thing. And what I did, I put a little Gorilla Glue on the shoe mount thing itself, right on the top. And then I put a little bit Gorilla Glue on this part right here. Not the metal part, but on the bottom, there's a plastic thing, the little plastic circle thing. I put a little Gorilla Glue underneath that. And then I put it together. Then what I did was put some tape. I put some tape. Now it focuses lovely. I put some tape. Y'all could see where I put the tape over the plastic thing that originally came off of the stabilizer. So crazy glue is on the bottom, is on the top of this part, and then it's on the bottom of the plastic part that's connected to that metal thread thing where you thread your camera in. I put both pieces together and I put some tape on it. I know it looks a little sloppy, but you know, I just put some tape on it so it can like hold it down, so that way the two can cure and mount together perfectly. You know, they both get hard, and then, you know, it's now bonded together. So that's basically my goal right now, just to bond these two together. So that way, when it's bonded together, you know, just like I did with the wide angle lens for the Sony CX 405. Once this is bonded together, then I can put this metal piece, and it's going to be sticking through here. The metal piece is going to be right here on the top, so I can thread the camera. And then on the bottom is going to be this part, so that I can just slide it right into the tripod. So it's gonna take a couple of hours for this thing to cure and bond completely. But if all goes well, yeah, the Sony CX 405, it focuses way better than, you know, my cell phone. So yeah, once this is completely cured and completely bonded, you know, then we'll proceed with the next step. All right. Okay, as y'all can see, this is well bonded now. Sorry for the shadow. This is well bonded now. This little shoe mount thing, right? Okay, so once you let it bond and cure, you know, once you let it bond and cure overnight, then you can take the tape off if you're able to. You can leave the tape on if you want, or you can try to take it off. When you're taking it off, be very, very careful. Okay, so the next step is going to be putting this part through this part. Now all I did was stick that little, I just stuck it in that, because there's two big holes. So there's one big hole down here, and then the rest is kind of, so I stick it in there, and then you push it up, and now it should be in all the way. It ain't coming out. Now to thread the camera. Now to thread the camera to this little thing, and I'm gonna show y'all how it looks. Okay, this is how it looks. Like I said, you could take the tape off or you could leave it on. So this is how it looks, connected to the stabilizer. So the camera is mounted to the stabilizer, which is threaded into this little shoe mount. And now I'm gonna show you, yes, I did rearrange this room, but now I'm gonna show you what it looks like on a tripod. Okay, this is what it looks like on the tripod. See that? The tripod. There's a little shoe thing that I mounted with the this is my new setup. New setup. See? New setup. My new setup. Alright, y'all. So I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all enjoyed learning how to make a little cheap, you know, budget friendly setup. You know, if you got a camcorder, especially if you got the CX 405 Sony, then you can make it, instead of it looking bland, you can make it look a little bit more professional, you know. The cap you take off, make your setup look a little bit more professional, you know, just a little bit. It won't be, you know, super professional like the pros, but hey, cheap $20 tripod at Walmart. About what, $250 Sony CX. I think it was like $12 for the wide angle lens, the gimbal, the stabilizer. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but there's plenty of them out there. You know, go to your local hardware store, get a little Gorilla Glue. Go to Amazon, order another extra battery. And if you follow all the steps that I showed you, then you can have a cheap, budget friendly little upgrade um, for the Sony CX 405. All right, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below. Feel free to comment down below. Don't be scared. It's free. All right, until next time.